Good morning, YouTube. As you can tell by the title of this video, today I will be showing you how to meal prep. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to my classroom today and I am so excited. And because I want to try to put in a full day, I am bringing these goons along with me for the ride. They are my favorite little helpers, and by help, I mean offer distraction when needed, which is pretty often. I have to get the car packed up. There's a couple things I want to take. I need to get my Hydro Flask filled up. I need to get my lunch ready to go because I really want to try to put in as much time as possible there. And while I am there, I am dropping off a shirt that I made for a student. So I'm going to drop that off in his mailbox while I am in the area today. So I'm going to go downstairs, get my stuff ready to go. I need to get my dogs ready. I'm gonna take their dog bed and blanket. And I know that's really weird that there's a dog bed and a blanket on a futon in my bedroom. That's not typically there, but it does live there at the moment. So I'm gonna get everything ready to go and I will take you guys along for the ride. Oh, downward dog. Was that a good stretch, Mama? Was that just the best stretch? Huh? Was that a good stretch? I know, you're such a good girl. Most of the time. Not all of the time, most of the time, right, Mama? Hey. All right, we are in my classroom. It is a classroom set up for the 1920 school year. Cannot believe we are like into the 20s, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like currently. You're not going outside, get over here. I'm gonna show you what it looks like currently, and we will see how much progress I make today. Hey, girlfriends. Oh, hello. So get down, you rude little girl. I'm gonna quickly just kind of pan around and show you what my room currently looks like. There is no trash in there. I'm gonna quickly show you what has changed since I was here last. I did request a couple of maintenance things, and then I'm gonna show you what I plan to get done today. So the first new thing, if you remember from last year, I had a smart board back here and I requested a whiteboard because that one was just not enough. You can see that that is the only bulletin board I have in this classroom, and it's not enough. So I did have that little one. I put my homework up there, or just important reminders. So this one's going to be for my schedule and those kinds of things, and then the one in the front will be what I, oh, no. The one in the front will be what I write on. Here, do you want a toy to play with? I have a ball, bub. You're not playing with the fox. No, he's not yours. Leave him. But I do have your tennis ball from last year. Sit. Good boy. Okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot. They are both going to the vet on Friday. And I cannot wait to get their nails clipped because good grief. Hey, Mama. I am so sick of hearing their nails clack. I hate that sound. It drives me bonkers. So yeah, I'm going to use this board to kind of just write down everything that needs to get done. I put most of my things kind of stashed back in here, so I need to go through all of this. And I have my work cut out for me. My goal is to get this done in 2 full days. I'm gonna put in days as long as I can. And I don't know, last year I was literally here almost every single day in July and in August, and I don't want to do that again this year. Like, I want to enjoy what's left of my summer. Not really changing much up this year, so I pretty much remember where everything goes. It's just a matter of staying focused, staying on task, and working efficiently. So with that being said, I'm going to put you guys up and take some before pictures, and then I'm going to get to work. And the battle begins. She just took his ball. She doesn't even like balls. Hey, rude. You cannot bark. Maddie girl, no barking.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. Heart mind always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Okay, so I just wanted to quickly tell you guys a little bit about my class this year. I'm trying to remember if I can sit on this table. If you guys followed me last year, if you were a subscriber last year, if you watched any of my old videos, you know I had a very unusually small class last year. I started the year with 14. I'd say about 95% of the school year I had 11 because one got homeschooled, 2 moved away. And then I ended the year, the last month of school, I had 12 kids. So I had a very small class last year. I was spoiled. This year, I have 18. So, needless to say, it's gonna be a little more packed this year in here. Can't get as extravagant and, you know, creative with seating. I do intend to start implementing flexible seating here and there throughout the school year. I know what I want it to be like. It's just a matter of budget and getting my hands on stuff for cheap. I don't believe in spending a lot of money in my classroom. I spent, oh my God, probably $1,000 last summer just getting things ready, and I don't want to do that this year if at all possible. I'm not exaggerating when I say I think I spent like 10 bucks this year. Like, I'm really just trying to tone it down and decide what is a priority, what needs to happen. Right now, they need the best teacher, and I do have standing desks, I have a beanbag chair, I have clipboards so they can work around the room, I have a couple of flexible seating options, I have hokey stools, but it's not as many. So with 18, like I said, it's hard to get creative with the seating that I'm offered. So this is what I'm thinking for desks. For right now, I just have them in rows of 3 desks. There's 2 on each side, and then 2 up here, 2 on each side. And it drives me, I'm gonna switch. So I have 2 short ones and 3 tall ones. So I'm gonna switch that middle one out with that one. They're the same width and height, they're just different. Same width and length, they're just different heights. So I think I'm gonna switch these 2 and put the short ones up front and the tall ones in the back. But for right now, this is about as exciting as it's gonna get. If my roster changes throughout the school year, then I will get a little more creative. But with 18 at this point, it's just a matter of fitting, not it being super cute. So now that that's done, I'm gonna get the chairs at the tables. That way I can clean out my cubby area. I did not come in with much of a game plan today. I knew I wanted to get the table set up, get everything just kind of in the general area. I forgot that I left this back shelf a complete and total hot mess. And I actually left a lot of stuff on the walls, but they ended up painting the entire room. They were gonna paint just one section. They ended up painting the entire room, so everything came down, and I don't really know where anything was put. For the most part, they seem to keep it like in the rough area of where it was on the wall, but it's just a matter of putting everything back. So I didn't really expect that because I had left everything on the wall. So it's just a matter of putting stuff back on the shelves and like back on like the movable shelves. I couldn't leave anything on any shelf that was mobile. So those shelves had to get cleared off. I had a small shelf up here last year that had to be cleared off. I have an iPad cart which goes where the filing cabinet is, that had to be cleared off. So it was just a lot of cleaning house last year. So this year I get to put it all back again. I gave my lab a ball. If you know labs, you know that they love balls. That is disgusting, dude. Ew, what is wrong with you? I may try to quickly run to my car. I have a water ball. Ew, gross. Cam? I do have a water bowl out in the car for them, like a travel bowl. So I may run out and grab one because I can tell by the way that the ball looks, he is getting thirsty, and she doesn't love new places. She's my little anxiety-ridden pupper, but he is too, just with different things. You okay, Mama? I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna grab their water bowls, and then I will be back in here to slave away in my classroom. And I don't mean slave away like in a negative way. I really do love doing this stuff. So I'm gonna go get their bowl and I will be right back. All right, so I got the chairs on the tables. My jersey came out. On the tables, and I came in to do something, but I don't remember what it was. Shoot. I don't remember. That's what I was gonna do. I am going to measure this shelf and see if there's somewhere else I can put it. I do like it flanking that whiteboard, but I'm going to see, because I have a iPad cart, which normally juts out right here, but with the way that I have the table set up, I can't, although I could put the iPad cart right here. Decisions. I don't know. I will figure that out. I always carry measuring tape, I don't know what you call it. Hey, Mama. Like literally always. If it's not in my work bag, it is in my purse. I get this from my mom. She keeps one clipped on her purse because she loves to like repurpose furniture and stuff. So she always keeps a small little tape measure. And I mean, you can see it's smaller than the palm of my hand. It's really thin, it's about 1 inch thin. So I'm gonna measure that. And then this is my get it done list. When I come in, I like to make a list on the board. I did this last year and it really helped. And then I take a picture of it when I go home, and that way I know exactly what I need to do. So these are labels I need to make. I want to make a wash your hand sticker for my paper towel dispenser. I want to make dull sharp labels because the ones I had last year, stop Cam, they were okay, but I didn't love them. Actually, I loved them, but they just didn't work on the pails that I had. I need to create a sticker for daily schedule for this board, a homework label for this board, and a today is sticker because I hate writing that out all the time. I need to buy light clips because they tossed the ones that I had. I need bins for the big like tempera, however you say it, paints. And I need a bin for watercolors, and I know there's others. I made a list back on the last day of school and I have it at home. I just found it. And I need to take home my pencil pails and spray paint those. I will show you what I'm doing with those. So I leave this up. I cross things off as I get them done, and I keep adding to it throughout the day. I am going to continue working. It's getting warm, but it's okay. It'll be okay. I'm thinking out loud here. What I'm thinking is I am going to, and this is why I have a tape measure, that way I don't have to move things 12 times. I'm going to move this shelf over this way closer to the board and measure that gap. I'm gonna turn this around. And measure this gap in here. I think I'm going to put the filing cabinet over there. Last year, I had it right here and it was just really dark and I didn't like it. I don't like dark places, and it hid this light switch, which doesn't do much, but it's there. So I am going to measure that, see how that works. I could always put it, no, I think that's taller. You drinking water, babe? Hi, honey. I need you to relax. That's what I'm leaning towards. And I feel like it may blend in a little bit just because of the color of it, and I don't know where else to put the filing cabinet, and honestly, I don't really use it. I started to use it last year, but you can see that around Unit 2, Week 3, it just ended. For math, I don't think I made it through Unit 1. Yeah, 1. And I did use this one. I'm gonna close that because there are last names in there. And then, oh my goodness. And then this one was, I did the Thanksgiving stuff, everything I created for social studies. Hi! And like I have colonization stuff, first week activities. So I did kind of use it. Oh, a binder. Oh, folders. Oh my goodness, this is like Christmas. I'm actually gonna pull all of this out of here that way I know that it's there. So we're just gonna set you up there. So yeah, I'm gonna measure. If I don't like it and I move it, that's fine. Or if I move it and I don't like it, that's fine. I don't mind moving it back, but I don't want to move it thinking it fits and then it doesn't fit. So I'm going to work on that. All right, so it's there. And I'm sure you can tell by the tone of my voice, I don't like it. I don't use it, kind of don't even want it, but I don't know where else it could go. I'm gonna leave it there and think about it. It just looks really cluttered, but I'm curious if it looks really cluttered because I have all of this stuff in here, or if it just really looks that cluttered with it there. So So I don't know. Kind of stuck. I don't know. Let me know your opinions. I may move it. I don't have room. I really just don't have room for it. It may end up back where it was, but we'll see. So I'm gonna sit and talk to you guys for this part because it's a lot to show you. Cam, go lie down. So I haven't purchased a lot, but there are some things I did purchase this summer, and so a lot of stuff was given to me by my mom, who's also a teacher. She gets her hands on a lot of supplies, and whatever she has no use for comes my way, and it is a lifesaver. So I'm gonna quickly show you what I brought with me today. First bag from my mom is this bag, and it doesn't look like it's a lot because it's a tiny little Nautica bag, but girlfriend jam-packed this full of stuff. So first things first are post-it notes. There are 12 pads of 100 each. So I go through post-it notes like no tomorrow, like it's nobody's business. So it's really nice to have some more of these. She also gave me some Whiteout. I don't use this very often, but it is nice to use because I do know that the kids love it. Like when you're that age, Whiteout is like the coolest thing ever. So she gave me some Whiteout. She gave me another pack of post-it notes. I will never need to buy post notes because she gave me just as many last year, and in one of those cabinets I have an entire bin full of them. So Mom, I think I'm set for like the next 5 years of my teaching career. She gave me 6 packs of 12 pencils each. She gave me these last year, and I know people swear by Ticonderoga. I love Ticonderoga, don't get me wrong, but these are just as good. They're Oriole by Dixon. They are number 2 pencils, and I've never had an issue with these. Obviously they're not quite Ticonderoga, but these definitely get the job done. It's gonna be like a tea and talk type thing. God, I love tea. And then I'm excited. She also gave me 4 packs, 12 pens. She gave me 4 packs of black and 3 packs of blue. So yay for those. And then I also got a pack of 12 mechanical pencils. These will be going into my supply bin, not the community supply bin for my students. I don't have an issue with them using mechanical pencils. Honestly, like there are some teachers that are so dead set against it. Guys, they have a writing utensil. I am happy as a clam. For me personally, I use these. I love these. So these are gonna go with mine because they tend to kind of sprout legs, aka I just leave them wherever I am. So these are going in my teacher toolbox, not in student bins. I also have this pack of border trim. Honestly, it's just gonna go in the closet. I do plan to switch. I don't have themes. It's not my thing. I do have like a color scheme, but I don't have a theme. But I do plan to change it up, and honestly this would match like my minty bluish color. These came from Amazon. I will link this in the description down below. I purchased this when I got my confetti border that's out on my bulletin board in the hallway. They sent me this accidentally instead of the bright confetti, and they allowed me to keep it, and then they sent me the correct one, which I was very, very appreciative of. I've never had that happen with Amazon, like literally never. I've been an Amazon Prime member for 8 years now, and I've never had the complete wrong item sent to me. So I was very thankful that they allowed me to keep this. They told me to hang on to it, give it to somebody, whatever the need may be. So I am gonna put this in my closet, and I probably will end up using it, but for right now it's just gonna go in the closet. This is like a mini haul video, kind of, sort of. Oh, there's a moth in my window. These are also like a mini haul, and it wasn't intended to be, but I did get, like I said, I did get a couple things, and a lot of it came from my mom. She was so kind to get me a couple things over the summer just because she is a veteran teacher, and it's cool that like we can go shopping together and be like, oh, you can use this for this, and she's smart. So this is for me. This came from Target. This is a fan, and it's a USB fan. It literally is USB powered, and I am like so over the moon excited. It was $5 in the Target dollar spot or Bullseye's Playgrounds, and it's like the minty blue color that I love. You can kind of see it there a little bit better. It has a little power switch in the back so you can turn it on and off, but I just love that it's USB powered. I don't have an outlet anywhere near my desk. My room does have a plethora of electrical outlets, just not anywhere near my desk. So I am excited that I do have this, and I can kind of cool myself off because my school does not have air conditioning, and as I'm sure you've seen, I have a ton of windows. My room is like a greenhouse. I love my windows. I would not trade them for the world. It's really nice in the winter because I get very, very cold. So it is nice to have all of that in there. And then this was something that I bought for myself. Actually, so maybe I spent more than $10 because I know this on clearance was $8. But I picked this up at TJ Maxx. If you are an OG subscriber, you know that last year I had like Ray Dunn planters holding my pens, pencils, and all of that stuff. But this year I just wanted something a little bit different, so if I can get it out of the bag. So I picked up this. It says pens, pencils, and etc. So I'm going to put this behind my desk, and I feel like it just won't stand out as much. It has a lower profile, and I just like that I can grab this and go, and it's like an aluminum type material, a metal material, so I don't have to worry about dropping a ceramic pot on the floor and then a kid stepping on it or just it shattering, because I'd be really sad because I love Ray Dunn. And then at Goodwill, I picked up a class set of dominoes, a class set of, they call it tumbling towers, basically Jenga, and I also grabbed, I'm gonna try to do this without my dog seeing, I'm gonna have to leave it in there. I stuck his tennis ball in there because he's driving me crazy. But these lap desks, I got 2 of them for $1 at Goodwill. That is all of the stuff that I brought in with me today. I'm gonna get everything into a home, try to get my desk area a little cleaned up. That way I can just come in and relax, try to get some things back up on the wall. And my goal is to get as much done today before I like start going crazy. That way I only have to come in maybe 1 more day, 2 more days max, depending on like the amount of labels that I need to create and all that stuff. Because I kind of do want to redo my labels. I don't love the font that I used last year. It's just hard to read, and it's just, I don't know, it's not my style. But that is low, low, low on my list of priorities. Because it's already labeled, I'm not going to go out of my way to recreate them. If time allows, I will do it. But I'm gonna go set up my classroom. Making progress slowly but surely. I got my Christmas lights up, I got my clock up, and I got my student supply shelf kind of going. So I'm gonna quickly turn this around and show you what I've done so far. I got my lights up. I had to use a thumbtack on this side. Obviously I didn't go through the wire. I went between the wires right there, but they are up. I have to put the banner up, the clock is up. I have to put my read letters up, but I think I kind of want to redo those. So I have this plugged in back there, and look how flat it is against the wall. Like, it makes me so happy. But I just kind of left it up here. I have to plug my Apple TV in here and a couple of other goodies. So at least right now, my pencil sharpener's plugged in, and like I said, I'm just gonna sit it there. Eventually I will drop it down back in here, but until everything is set up and ready to go, that's just how it's gonna be. I will have one here in order to set up my lights around my board, although that's gonna be extremely difficult because they butted it right up against here. I don't know if I can run my lights this year. Shoot. Oh, that's a bummer. All right. Maybe I'll run lights around that up there. Well, darn it. All right, I have to see what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. How is this hung? Not very well. I may see how this is put up there and then see if my boyfriend can rehang it for me, because I really wanted to put up those lights. All right, well, we'll come back to that one. I got my buoy up. I live in a lobstering area. It is a way of life here, so that's just my way of paying tribute to them. I had found that washed up on the water, so I used the same paint that I used for those shelves. I just painted it blue and then put a white stripe at the bottom. So my goal is to get all of this put away, start getting this kind of picked up. I don't have a home for the printer yet because it's gonna go on top of my iPad cart, but I don't have the cart yet. So a lot of things are just kind of in a waiting game since we're still at a standstill, but that is a-okay. I'm making progress and I'm feeling good about it. So I have this teacher toolbox, and as you can see, it's a lot like more narrow than the shelf. Because I hate when I go to shut a drawer and the whole thing would like push to the back, and then I have this giant lip here. I know this is really weird. I keep empty pen boxes and I use them almost like as spacers or buffers. So if you put one or two, you can put them this way if you need a little less room. Mine will fit perfectly with these two. So I lay them side by side like this, and then I slide my teacher toolbox right in here. And it now sits perfectly flush with the edge of my shelf. So I know that's really weird, but like I said, I hate like when you go to open a drawer and you push it closed and like the thing would just shift. It would drive me bonkers. I know I need personal space, young man. I know I need to fix a couple of these labels. They just won't stick. Now it sits perfectly flush with the shelf and I don't have to worry about it. And I do have space back there, but that's fine. Honestly, I don't really sit anything on top of this. There's not much room, so it works for me. So that's like my incredibly random teacher hack of the day for you guys. I do it over here too. I slide these over. You'll see that there's a box back there, because if not, like students go to close this, it stays there. If not, it sits all the way back there, and if you're standing up, like this is eye level for me, you can't read it. So I don't know, it was just something I learned. So that's just what I do, and it works. And I like that you can't even see it from this side. Teachers are resourceful. Like, teacher brains are awesome. Hello friends. I'm gonna be completely honest. My hair is a hot mess. I'm gonna be completely honest. I am losing steam. I am tired, and I created a lot of messes, and I don't really know where to go from these. I know it has to get worse before it gets better, but I just feel like I just created such a mess. So I'm gonna walk you through what I've gotten done. I'm gonna try to get done a little bit more, but I think I've gotten a lot done considering my two co-workers stopped by with their dogs. So there were 4 dogs just hanging out and chilling. And my principal's been in a couple times. My coworker brought in her 6-week-old newborn, so I was loving on her for a minute. But I'm gonna quickly turn this around, show you what I have accomplished so far. My counter is kind of getting there. I got that M from Hobby Lobby up on the wall last year. It sat in the very corner where the windows meet over there, and I just hung it up this year. We're trying something new. But this is gonna go on the shelf. This has our school rainbow shines. It holds a lot of my post-it notes and then binder clips, and in these are some more binder clips because that's my favorite thing to use, and then paper clips. And this one though, I can probably transfer most of those down into my teacher toolbox. I keep the little ones in here and then the big ones in there. But I got my pens all put away. I always keep these reading guides in here. I keep some styluses in here. My projector remote stays in here because I don't get up to walk over there and turn it on. I can just use the remote. My Apple TV remote goes in here as well. My scissors, and then my pencils. I put this Oh What Fun banner up here this year. Last year it was right over kind of like swung where Cam is lying. So I changed it up this year. I put it up here. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we are going to rock it. I got my classroom library book return bin up. I decided that I'm gonna put the teacher, I'm gonna change this because my students called it teacher eye office, which I don't blame them, it does look like it. But this is going to go over on that counter space. That way I can check it each morning. The finished bin's staying over here. Honestly, I check it at the end of the day. Very rarely do I check it throughout the day. This is our math centers, our small group centers bin. And then I've already shown you all of this. I think this is all new. So the contraptions were there, almost positive. I put the clipboards there, noise canceling headphones go in that bin, and then I put my Legos, magic bricks, and our geoboards there. The bottom is kind of like our STEM shelf. I wish I had more, but I don't. And that is pretty much it for now. I think when I go home on Wednesday, I'm gonna take Big Joe home and fill him up again. I've read about teachers using, I'm gonna sit and talk to you guys. I have read about teachers using pillows and like old t-shirts and stuff. So I think I'm gonna try that route because the beans just, they don't work. I have filled it up twice now. This will be the third time and I am over it. I'm so sick of having these things all over my house because they get everywhere. Although I did learn a trick of spraying it down with like an anti-static spray, so I may try that. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm gonna try the pillows and like old blankets. I have a bunch of old blankets. Maybe I'll just stuff that stuff in there and it'll just be its new home. Instead of donating stuff, I'll just toss it in Big Joe. I am thinking of purchasing a rug for this area. I saw one I really like at Walmart and it's $40, but it's that minty blue color. They also have black, which I'm leaning towards, and then they have a gray and like this blush color, and I literally told my mom, I was like, I want all four of them. Like, they look beautiful together. So there's that. Welcome back to day 2 of setting up my classroom. I plan to stay a little bit longer today, but we'll see, because I already feel guilty that I didn't bring my dogs and that they're home alone. But I did pick up some things on my way in today, so I want to quickly show you what I picked up. I grabbed one of these rugs from Walmart. This was, I think, $39.88. They have mint blue, gray, like a blush color, and black. And I picked up black because as much as I want the mint color, I feel like it would just be overkill with this and the bistro table that is right over there. So I just decided to go with a nice contrasting black, plus it will hide all of the dirt and mess that these kids make. So there is that. So this rug is a 5x7, so I picked up a 4x6 non-skid rug pad. I picked them up a little bit smaller just because if not, like the one in my house, I had to cut down because it's like true to size. However, it usually sticks out on one side, so I usually go one size down. So this will give about a foot around on each side, so that's to go underneath that. I picked up a classroom soap because I realized yesterday that I'm out and don't have any. And then yesterday at Ocean State Job Lot, I picked up 9 of these Sterilite bins. They are about 11 by 6, call it by 7. So they were $3.29 each. Last year I got these in a dark blue. I will show you the ones that I currently have. I paid more than double last year, so I was really excited. Unfortunately, I really needed 10 minimum and they only had 9. I'm hoping they get more in. If not, I'm just gonna be one short and it's really gonna suck. But last year was more of like a royal, like cerulean type blue. I don't know if that's how you say it, but not quite royal blue. And I also brought in my Alexa. On Amazon deal day, I ordered one and ultimately decided that I was gonna bring in my kitchen one because it's a little bit older and I kept the new one at home. So I am gonna get this set up, make sure that it hooks up to my school Wi-Fi. I don't see why it wouldn't. We don't really have any restrictions, thankfully. So my goal is to get this set up today, and that way I can listen to music and save my phone battery. I use it all the time at home and I'm sure I will use it just as much in the classroom. And then last night I made this wash your hands sticker. This is gonna go on the paper towel dispenser by my classroom sink. I made this today is sticker. That way I can put the date up each day. I made this what's happening sticker. This is gonna go above our daily schedule. And then this is our homework board sticker. So I can actually, it's probably the only one. This one and the wash your hands ones are the only ones I can get up today. These currently are gonna go on the board where I have all of my to-do lists and all of that stuff. So overall, like if my kids came in, aside from the mess on my table, like, I don't know, I wouldn't really be that upset. But, gosh, I got my pencil up yesterday before I left and I feel good. It's gonna be a good year. Everything will get done in due time. It's gonna be good. I like to leave a lot of blank space. That way I can put things up as the year progresses because I kind of read what my students need. So I do leave a lot of blank space, but I do have an iPad cart that's coming in. I do a Think Before You Speak poster. We do SOPs, so I post our SOPs. So there is a lot that goes up, but currently pretty much how it's gonna be. These are all coming down. I created some like rules posters. I'm trying something new this year. Fingers crossed it doesn't backfire. But I'm going to go get some stuff put away and set up, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Alexa, pause. Okay, so after fighting with the school printer for like ever, finally got it to print, waiting for the laminator to wake up, or to heat up. I ran off labels for that. I ran off new labels for these. I ran off new labels for all of these. Oh, I need to do 2 for those. All new labels for these. All of my math manipulatives and my teacher toolbox and my daily bins, which are all back here in the corner. So basically I'm redoing all of my labels because I don't like the font that I had and just wanted something more crisp and clean and easy to read for the students. And I just kind of wanted it all cohesive. So I'm gonna start cleaning out. This clutter is driving me crazy. I'm in love with this rug and I will show it to you real quickly, but I am like over the moon in love with the black rug and I'm so glad I went with black instead of another color. It looks so good. I just really like the homey vibe it kind of gives this corner because it was kind of cold before because there was just tile and that was it, but now it just, I don't know, I really like it. My chair is gonna go in the corner. Big Joe's gonna go there. Right now the bistro table's right there. I don't think I'm gonna leave it there, but we will see. But this is gonna be our morning meeting area, so at least it's just, I don't know, I feel like it just kind of spruces it up a little bit. So I have this really weird thing about things being centered. It drives me crazy if they're not perfect. So I just put this up with tape for right now, and then I measured out there. It's 11 inches from the edge to the beginning of the letter, and then 11 inches from the edge to the beginning of this letter. And then I just kind of marked it off with dry erase marker. That way I have a rough idea of where the letter should start and end. That way when I peel off the transfer tape and all that good stuff, it should be perfectly centered. Fingers crossed that this goes as planned. I'm doing this trial and error with you guys, so fingers crossed. That is done. I'm very happy with it being centered and I'm very happy with the size of it. I kind of eyeballed it at home. I knew I wanted it to be roughly about 9 to 10 inches and I think this one was 10 1/4. I don't remember, but I'm very, very happy with the size of it. Not too bad for eyeballed work. Okay, it's getting warm. Just ate lunch. I'm gonna start packing up to leave. I know I didn't vlog for you guys that much today, but I was kind of just like in the zone. So I'm gonna walk through and show you what I did, although I don't really remember, but I'm gonna do my best to show you what I've gotten done so far today. So, I don't even know. Like, I have no idea. I guess I'll just go around and I'll show you what is done so far. It may have gotten done yesterday or today, I don't remember. The homework vinyl is up. I printed off, or I cut out the vinyl with my Cricut for this board. This is the What's Happening and Today Is one. And then I added all of these labels that I have to make. So I need to make one for reward pencils. I need to make one for stickers. I need to make one for my dry erase markers. I need to make one for extra caps. I have my students hold on to caps. Like if a glue stick dries out, if a marker dries out or anything, I keep extra caps. That way if we lose one on a good one, it's not capless. I need to make one for googly eyes, one for dry erase erasers, and I need to make one for my battleship pieces. I didn't add anything to the rest of that. I got my pencil from IKEA hung up yesterday. I think in this space I'm gonna put like a quote or something. I just haven't decided what I'm gonna do there. I got Alexa set up. I think all of this was done yesterday. Over here, I got most of these cubbies cleaned out. There's still a couple things I need to, one of the labels I need to make is for that one, and those are my towels. I still need to get all of these picked up. It didn't work in. I got my dry erase markers into this container. I have a third one of post-it notes. I have 2 here and I'm gonna switch it into one. And then I got all of these. And I'm still missing one and it's driving me absolutely bonkers. I printed off all of the new labels for these. Before I leave, I'm gonna do a checklist to make sure that I have everything that I need in order to get these done. I am replacing this rug. It is very well loved from last year, but I did just put it back for now. I've yet to do anything with my bulletin board. I hung up a new welcome banner. I got up the tinsel or tassel, not tinsel, the tassel banner. I know it's not perfect there. I have to fix the spacing on that, but honestly, like, it was the perfect length for my board. Like I said, I know the spacing is off and I do plan to fix that, but it's just one thing that's off my table are my counters for now. I got my focus banner up above my focus board. I got things kind of cleaned up behind my desk. This is a big old pile of lamination that is going home to get cut out. And I got my rug laid out. So I know it seems like I really didn't do much, and that's because I feel like I really got like nothing done today, but at the same time I got a lot done. It was just a lot of little stuff. But I've been here for about 3 hours, I think. Yeah, I've been here for about almost 3 hours. So I'm just gonna start picking up and then get out of here. Am I coming in tomorrow? I don't remember if I'm coming in tomorrow. I feel like I have something going on, but I don't remember what it is. I don't know. Just a little fun fact, if you are doing vinyl on a textured thing kind of like this, it's not perfectly solid, it's kind of porous and like, I don't know, it's kind of like almost like dimpled, whatever. But anyway, it's not like perfectly like flat. If you use a tennis ball and rub it over the vinyl before you take off the transfer tape, it kind of helps it it kind of helps it adhere to your material better. So fun fact of the day, tennis ball will help with like perfectly flat items.
While you and me repeat, this bittersweet heat is suffocating.
It is done. All right, I am done. I am getting out of here. Did not get nearly as much done as I wanted to. I just kind of lose steam when I'm here in the summer. I don't do well with heat, but it's getting there. And like I said, I'm really not that worried about it because everything's gonna get done regardless. But honestly, like, most of it really is ready to go. My desk is a mess, but I mean, other than that, I'm ready for kids. I know it doesn't seem like it, like their bins aren't done, but the minor stuff isn't done, but everything else is ready to go. And I don't know, it'll get done. I'm really not that worried about it. So I'm going to take all of the stuff that needs to be cut out and take that home and cut the lamination. That way I can hang out with my dogs. I can watch When Calls the Heart because I'm almost finally all caught up. And then I'm going to nap and just relax, honestly. I feel like I have something tomorrow, and I feel like that's why I kept saying I wasn't coming in, but I don't remember what it is, but whatever. So I'm gonna get packed up. I'm gonna get out of here. Classroom, progress is being made. It's not like perfect, but I don't really care. I honestly don't. Like I said, it's ready enough for students. Like if school magically, like if school all of a sudden had to start tomorrow, I'm not even remotely overwhelmed. It'd be fine. But I do have a lot of like stupid stuff. Like I'm redoing all of my bin labels. It doesn't have to be done. That's the kind of stuff I have left. It's just stuff that doesn't have to be done. It's stuff I want to get done. So like I said, not that worried about it, but I'm gonna get packed up. I'm gonna get out of here and I will see you guys again when I come back. All right, so clearly I am back home now. I'm gonna sit here and cut out all of my lamination or get as much done as I can handle. And then I'm gonna work on making some wooden signs. I've been like super into that lately. I also have a couple of t-shirts I wanna design. But I wanted to share with you my teacher hacks for cutting out lamination and not going absolutely insane. First things first, have leftovers from dinner so you can snack while you cut. 2, have wicked cute puppies to hang out with you. What are you doing? 3, have friends playing on repeat for the umpteenth time. And then my serious, like, legitimate teacher hack. So typically all of my labels look super similar. I just changed like the wording on them. So like my teacher toolbox, my math manipulatives, and my student supply labels all look similar. Obviously they have different things on them. So what I do is I just grab a bunch of Ziploc bags, and then in Sharpie I put like math manipulatives, or like this one will be teacher toolbox, and I put the labels right in there. That way when I get to school, I don't have to organize them. I can just put the bag where it goes. That way I don't have to worry about sorting any labels. They're already sorted for me, and I can just quickly swap them out. Good morning, friends. It is Thursday and I am at school. It is a yucky, like rainy, foggy, gross day. And when I say rainy, I mean like torrential downpour. So today, my goal is to get some of my labels switched out. I know I've been saying this the last 2 days that I've been here, but get my table cleaned off finally. Every time I clean it off, it just gets piled with more stuff, which is pretty, you know, it's the same as the school year, basically. I'm trying to think what else. I need to get my iPad cart set up. I'm gonna turn this around. I need to get my iPad cart set up, and I think as much as I don't want to block the doorway, I think it's just gonna go right here because I do have the outlet right here, and I just don't feel like dealing with it, although it's really gonna block the door. Whatever, it's fine. So last year I had it kind of jutting out this way between the door and the whiteboard, and I just really didn't like it. And I don't want it back there underneath that whiteboard just because it's going to be too cluttered. So unfortunately, I think this is the only option, which other teachers have it there in the building and it's not a big deal. But I definitely wish like maybe that these two were reversed, like that was closer to the door. And then that could go there, but it's fine. But also this outlet here, I think it's going to be used for the printer. So it needs to be close. So it kind of limits where it can go. Today I am going to get my Apple TV set up because I can watch a movie while I set up my classroom. And, well, that's the primary reason. So I will be getting that set up today. So I'm going to leave this here. That's going to be my first order of business. That way I can listen to Alexa if I don't feel like watching a movie, but I can throw a movie up on the projector. I'm going to have to erase all this, which is fine because I did pretty much all of that, but I'll just move this list up front. And then today is just tackle the little stuff that needs to get done. I'll probably get, if I'm going to move that stuff up to that front whiteboard, I will get those stickers up. So I'm going to get to work on setting up the Apple TV. That way I can watch a movie while I work. It is now at least set up, or at least plugged in. Wow, that is really crooked. Oh, good grief. This is at least all hooked up. So I am already logged into my iTunes store. Thankfully, when kids aren't here, I turn off restrictions. Restrictions are already off so that they can't see everything. Because when it's just me, I can sit here and watch movies. So we will put on, I think the proposal we'll go with. But I'm gonna get to work. As much as I love talking to you guys, I really do have to get to work. Okay, so I am sitting here switching out all of the labels on my bins because, you know, that's totally like what needs to get done right now. But I am struggling over here. So for example, on my Monday through Friday bins, this is what was on there and I just didn't like it. They were hard to read. So I just swapped them out for a bolder, cleaner font. It's easier to read and all of that stuff. And I'm doing the same to these. If you watched my classroom setup video last year, I didn't like this color with this teacher toolbox. I had painted this, it was like a battleship gray color. It's really ugly. And I love gray, but it just was not a pretty type of gray. And then I made these, and in theory, the pink and purple seem to go really well, but I don't like pink, so I don't know why I thought that that was gonna happen. So I'm switching them out. Again, just a crisper, cleaner, easier to read font. That way, if I need to tell a student to grab it, like it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's easier to read like real quickly. And they're just gray, which is funny because this was gray and I painted it. And honestly, I still don't love the color scheme, but I feel like it goes better than the pink, and the font is just so much easier to read. So I have all of these to do. I have to finish those, and I'm gonna do all of my student supply bins too. So I have the proposal playing on my projector through the Apple TV. I am just sitting and relaxing and just knocking these out as quickly as I can. It is pouring outside. Okay, I swapped out all of the, I have the scraps up here so they didn't get all over my rug. I swapped out all of the labels on my teacher bins. So this one holds my Rainbow Shines, which is our school-wide incentive, and it holds my Post-it notes and my binder clips as well. I go through binder clips like water, so I have 2 there. My teacher toolbox, I have, one's empty right now, but I have another one there. I switched all of these out. I don't know how I missed this one, but this one ended up being okay to miss because in here I have the Post-its that represent my small group colors. So I think I'm just gonna put small group Post-its on here. So I need to make a label for that one, print that out, laminate it, cut it, etc. And I already showed you my daily bins. So that's where I put all of my work for the week. That way, whatever I print off, it's all in one place. I don't have to go looking for it, and it's safe and sound. So I started walking bins back and forth from the cabinet over there, and then I remembered that I have this rolling cart. So I just kind of loaded it, and I'm just gonna put them all right back in there and then roll them back to the other side. That way I don't have to walk back and forth. I don't know if that's like genius or resourceful or just plain old lazy, but whatever it is, I will take it. I'm just throwing all the teacher hacks at you guys today, although I'm sure most of you already know these, but for those of you that don't, this is one of my top erasers. This is one of my top tips for saving money when it comes to erasers for students. If you buy these big block ones, cut them in halves, or you can even cut them into like quarters or thirds, but I highly suggest making them smaller because chances are they are going to get lost. They're gonna get misplaced, they're gonna get chewed. I wish that was a joke, but kids really do tend to like legit eat erasers. I cut mine in halves, that way they are still big enough to use, but I'm not losing an entire eraser if a child misplaces it. So I just cut mine in half, but we're only losing a half of an eraser instead of a whole entire eraser. Last year, I put all of my dry erase markers into one bin, and this year, because I got my hands on more of these bins, I ended up doing black, which I'm pretty much the only one that uses these. So I got a bin for my black markers, I got a bin for fine markers, and then a bin for color dry erase. So this way, once the laminator is heated up, I'll have fine dry erase, black dry erase, and color dry erase. So that way I can just grab it and I know which one I need. I don't have to sift through the bin looking for a color. So this has all of the colors that I may need. Those are ones that I've purchased over the years. And then I have my black in here because I predominantly write with black just because it's easier. And then the fine dry erase markers, these are all student donated. I think there's a pen in here. There's a pencil in here. Let's go in the garbage. These are all student community supplies. So parents bring them in, we put them in here, and then we pull at them throughout the school year. And honestly, this is pretty much what we started the year with. I didn't have many, and that is okay. We got through, but definitely need to get my hands on some more. But at least this way, like I said, I don't have to sift through any of that stuff. I keep the lids right in there. And I think I talked about this the other day when I was here. I don't get rid of caps. That way, if a marker loses a cap, we have extras. So whether it's one of mine or a student one, I do it for my glue sticks as well. There is a Ziploc bag at the top of that one. I put the caps in a bag and I save them in a safe place, aka the container you get the markers from. That way, if a good marker loses a cap or not down a marker, I can just come grab a cap and just give it to the student and we're good to go. I'm gonna quickly walk you through what I've done. Don't mind my hair. If I have it in a ponytail for too long, I get really bad migraines because my hair is really heavy and I rarely wear it up like that. So it's just kind of thrown back in this hot mess of a bun, so I apologize. But I'm gonna quickly show you what I've been working on. All of the labels switched out. So my classroom library is organized by letter, but these I do have in bins. So I have Judy Bloom, Beverly Cleary, Magic Treehouse, Goosebumps, I Survived, Harry Potter, and my favorites. So those are all in bins. I got the labels switched out on my finished bin. I got the labels switched out on these bins. I still have to do that when I do have it already done and cut out. I got their take-home bins. I have to put away those two math manipulatives right there. But I got their finished, or I'm sorry, their take-home bins all settled into their cubbies. I got up our posters. Now, these, I have to get this tape off. This is from last year. I'm gonna bring in some Goo Gone and hopefully it'll kind of just go away. But I adopted these from Ron Clark's rules. I just chose 7 since I am room 7. I just called it the essential 7 of room 7. So I created these in PowerPoint and it just says, respectfully stand up for what you believe in, live so that you have no regrets, be positive and enjoy life. No matter the consequences, always be honest, be the best person you can be, learn from your mistakes and move on, and then carpe diem, seize the day. So those are all up, and I also got this cabinet a little more put together. So I didn't put like all of the dry erase markers in like the same color because it's 2 different blues, but I did do it this way. So like all of the post-its are in one column. The dry erase markers, the 2 are up there and the one's here. Pencils, there's one there, one there. I could have switched it out and like done them all together, but yeah, I didn't really have the energy to do that. So that's done. And now I am currently working on getting all of this cleaned up. Like I said, I have to put that one on there. I need to switch that out. It goes over there. I just have to hole punch it. But my goal is to get my room as clean as possible for today. I am getting tired, but I also really don't want to have to come back again. So I think I'm just going to power through. My boyfriend's making dinner tonight, so thankfully I don't have to. So I'm going to try to get all of this cleaned up, find a home for everything, and then get out of here.
While you and me repeat, this bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating.
I accidentally put my camera away, so I'm going to vlog for you guys with my cell phone. Just a quick shot of the current state of my room. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's not perfect, but that is okay. If school started tomorrow, I would be perfectly content. That rug, I'm still on the fence about it, so I just pulled it in here for now. That is a bag of trash in my shoes. Whiteboard. That banner I'm gonna give away. That TJ Maxx bag is going home with me, and that chair, I haven't decided what's going to go with it. And then my next order of business, if I decide to come in again before school starts, is to go through all of these drawers and get rid of what needs to be get rid of. And I don't love that there, but I liked it better. But I like it better here than where I had it last year. So again, another quick pan. Pretty much ready for the 1920 school year.